Yo, 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 skirty skirt bag. What is up, my guy?
Happy fucking Friday, brother.
Yeah, a
It's
little
been
bit
a
different,
dude.
switching it up.
This week went by fast for some reason. I don't know why. It just felt like one of those weeks where it was Monday morning and I blinked and it's like Thursday night already and now it's Friday.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I had such a slow week at work. I was straight chilling.
Really? Does
Yeah,
it does
straight
your work
chilling.
does your week go by like does it feel like it goes by faster when you're just chilling or slower?
Um, this week it felt kind of fast, but like I was in trainings yesterday, and then we had a wedding, so it was really like a 3 day week.
All right.
Honestly, it felt like the 3 days were kind of dragging on, but also like I can't do anything. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I
That's
can
true.
like because I'm in a boot, so I can't like go to the gym. I can't like work on
Go
shit
outside.
outside. Like I
Yeah.
can smoke and play video games and watch shit.
Yeah.
That's
Sounds
it.
about that sounds about right. How much longer do you have to wear the boot for?
Too much longer. Actually, I think
Too much
I
longer.
think like 2 or 3 weeks from I think 3 weeks from yesterday.
All right, that's not too bad.
Let me
You're
let
what
me
about
see.
like halfway through the process?
Yeah, yeah. I got 3 weeks to go. 3 full weeks.
All right. How's it feeling?
It feels good. It's sore sometimes, but it's definitely getting better. I definitely used to walk on it too much with the
Dude,
boot on. You know,
when you finally get that boot off and you can like go out like walking around like normal again, dude, it's gonna feel so good.
I know. I get it off on Thursday, and then on Saturday we're flying to Arizona.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Testing it out early.
early, getting there for early, dude. Cause like we're going to the Birds games. Like, gotta climb hella stairs probably to
Right.
get to the seats, and then we're hiking around Arizona and trekking like throughout the wilderness.
And like you can't go to Arizona and not do that. So
Exactly.
it's all right, dude. Hey, if your bone can't heal in 6 weeks, then you're just not built different. So
Exactly. I am somewhat worried about the muscles and the tendons that are like
yeah.
in my ankle. Like,
Yep, me.
are they gonna be like strong enough just to like
No.
withstand being do it just walking that much? You know what I
Dude,
mean?
I got to a point with my right ankle where I would just be walking and like the ligaments in my ankle are so weak that it wouldn't keep my foot flat like when I was just walking. So I would just roll my ankle because my foot would be like, just hanging.
Yeah.
Like I would take a step up and my foot would just angle weird because of my ligaments. And I would roll my ankle literally just walking in a straight line.
Yep. Yeah, my ankles have always been so bodied. Um I got like a little bump on this one, and I've always had it. It's not like new because of this injury, like it's always been there. But I got like
Yeah.
this little bump, like and it's kind of sore sometimes. I think I'm gonna have the doctor feel it because I don't have it on the other one, and I don't
Maybe
know
it's like a
what it might be
bone spurt
from.
or something.
It might be because I have like this Osgood Schlatter disease in my left leg, and it's basically like I hit a growth spurt and my bones were growing faster than my muscles were because like I was playing sports like legitimately every single day, so like my muscles didn't have time to recover.
Right.
Um, so instead of like growing because the muscle wasn't getting any bigger, it just like grew out, and I got this fat bump on like my left knee. That's just like calcium buildup because it had nowhere to go. So I'm like,
Right.
what if it's like that, but the opposite? Instead of it coming out my knee, it got pushed down.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I'm no doctor, but it sounds like it could scientifically make sense.
Yeah, if it
So,
happens up, it can happen down.
right. That's just physics.
Yeah, and like
Oh
inertia
man.
and shit. And things goes one way, it goes the same the other way or something.
Yeah. What goes up must come down, right?
Always. Well, that's gravity.
Well, I mean, dude, you know what's crazy? Like when you learn about gravity in school, like you just think of it as like, oh, like I can jump up and I'll fall back down because Earth has like a certain level of gravity to it. But like when you think about it, gravity affects literally everything, like to like down to like the smallest of movements.
Well, yeah, if we didn't have gravity, like everything would be fucked.
Like, dude, if we were on a different planet that had like even like the slightest bit heavier gravity than Earth, then like our bones would be crushed.
It's good. That's why we're
Like
not on
people,
that planet.
yeah. But I'm saying like hypothetically, like if you just like landed on like I don't know Mercury or something, you'd probably just be crushed instantly.
Because it's too big. So it has to.
Mercury?
Yeah, don't big things have more gravity?
Well, Mercury's smaller than Earth,
Well, then maybe we
but
need to pick a
it's
bigger one, like
it's
Saturn.
just no, it's just like the what closest to the sun, the higher the gravity is.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm like
Interesting.
90% sure that's like what, I don't know. I could be wrong, but like it makes sense,
Yeah,
right?
you might be bullshitting me.
Because the no, the whole like scientific like theory of the planet, it's not even theory, I guess. I mean, this is pretty much a fact, but like the closer you are to the sun, like the heavier the gravity is, because that's what like the planets gravitated towards, and that's what keeps them like in their like circle around the sun, is like the level of gravity they have connected to the sun.
Nah. Somebody answered it on Quora Answers in 2017. That doesn't
Oh,
mean
dude, these
I
are
would
always the
never know.
best when you Google something and find like, oh, this one person had the most specific question of all time that I also had. Like this one guy answered it 5 years ago on like Reddit or something. They're always the most trustworthy sources.
Yeah. Well, they said no, so we're trusting it.
What did they say?
They said no, that it doesn't matter how close you are.
Oh, why did I think that was a thing? It made sense in my head.
It says, this says, the magnitude of gravity depends on the mass of each object and the distance between the centers of two objects.
So like the planets on both sides of the Earth in our solar system and the size of the Earth like is what determines its gravity
I
force.
think it matters. I think it's like how big the planet is, and
Right.
then like how far away we are from the planet. That's how strong it's going to be. Because like if we're in space, Earth's gravity probably won't drag us into the ground. You know what I mean? Because it's not
Oh,
big
right.
enough.
Oh,
But since
okay.
we're here, gravity affects us because we're so close to Earth, so it affects us.
So does that mean gravity is different like when you're in the atmosphere?
Yeah, definitely.
Really? But you still fall at like the same rate. Well, no, that's not true, because you like go faster the more you fall.
Maybe if you were to like, you just have to get into like further layers of the atmosphere.
I wonder like where in the atmosphere or like in space is the point where there's enough gravity to just like keep you still, you know what I mean?
Right. Like I'm
Like
not gonna pull you
obviously there's
down,
right,
but
but I'm not going to pull you
I'm
up
not gonna
either.
suck. You're not gonna float away into outer space.
Right.
That's
Wow.
interesting, and
That is interesting,
It
dude.
would be different for every person.
Yeah, depending on their weight. Oh, that's
And
true. Yeah.
oh, never mind, never mind. I was gonna say also it would depend where you are geographically over the Earth, because like some places are like close to the ocean and some places are like mountains. You know what I mean? But if you shrink the Earth down to the size of an 8 ball, it's like perfectly round. You can't
Right.
see all that shit. It doesn't matter. So I don't think it would matter when you're that far out in space either.
That's true.
But it would
Yeah,
definitely matter how
that
much you
makes
weigh.
perfect sense. Yeah,
But
for
maybe
sure.
not, because we're all like in a certain range. You know what I mean? So maybe it
Yeah,
would go by
like
ranges.
the range of like that certain point is probably
Yeah,
like
it might not
pretty
be that
wide.
sensitive.
Yeah. Crazy
Crazy
fucking
stuff.
idea. The
Yeah, so
theories.
I've had this theory for a while. We might have talked about it, but I think that what if like all the solar systems are like, some crazy scientists attempt at creating life somewhere. You know what I mean?
Like from like in Rick's battery episode, like the thing that powers his battery,
I don't
where
know.
he
I don't
just like
remember that
creates.
one.
Yeah, remember when he like created those mini universes and they were like, "Oh, you just power my battery, my
Yeah,
car's
yeah, yeah,
battery."
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kind of like that, right? Like somebody just like was like, "Oh, I want gonna try to create like life," right? And then they just was like, "All right, like here's all my attempts." And most of them don't work because, the conditions have to be absolutely perfect,
perfect.
like down to like how strong like the gravity is. So, like you're probably not going to get it most of the time, but sometimes you're going to create people. You're going to have one that can sustain life.
I mean, dude, and that's just like when it comes down to like when you ask people if they believe in aliens or not, it's like the math and like the probability of there other like being life out there is more than they're not. Like that's how big the universe is.
Right.
Like so like mathematically there are aliens out there, just they're so far, obviously, like we're never going to reach them anytime soon.
Correct.
Not to say they
100%.
can't reach us because we don't know like the complexity of their society, but
Yeah, and maybe they started before us, and
yeah.
maybe they have better conditions than we do to like grow and advance.
Dude, could you imagine if like human technology and just like the overall like way of thinking like evolved even like 100 years before it really did? Like, what if we were like 100 years ahead of where we are now, like right now?
Right.
We would be in like we would be so much smarter than we are today, even because of just like the advancement of technology right now is so rapid,
And think about
where
how short 100 years is compared to the fucking
everything
how
else, the
old the
overall,
universe is,
right?
how old Earth is even.
There's this theory, dude. I saw. I think it was Elon Musk talking about it. I think it's called like the Great Filter. Have you ever heard of it?
Nah, maybe.
It's like so. It pretty much is a theory saying that humans like evolve to a certain point and they like explore space or whatever, and they get to this point. If they make it to this point, like where they're about to like, I don't know, like colonize or whatever. And this is definitely not fact checked. This is just me reminiscing of like a video I watched with him in it. But
Right.
they get to this point and either like mass extinction happens or there's all these obstacles that humanity has to get through to get to like this certain point. And the great filter is just like something that's set there so that like it doesn't allow humans to get to like that point. It'd be like a video game character walking to the edge of the map and not like
Right.
having anywhere else to go. That's pretty much what it is, whether that be like extinction or whatever. And he was like, my main goal is to figure out like how to get past the great filter. Or it's like,
Interesting.
have you ever seen that movie?
Interstellar.
No, it's older. I think it's
No, I'm gonna tell you right now,
Jim
I haven't
Carrey.
seen it.
I think it's Jim Carrey
The
where he like
Mask.
no, it's like he's
That's all I got.
the whole video is about his life and everybody around him is like a
Oh, the Truman Experience.
yeah.
Never
And he
seen
finally
it,
okay, but you
but
know
I
the
know what it's
concept,
about. Yeah.
right? In the end of the movie, he like gets to the wall that was like the sky in his life, and he like opens it and finds out that his whole life has just been in like a super complex like studio for people to watch, like the Truman Show.
Right.
But like that's essentially the same idea as the Great Filter theory.
If I was like Truman from the Truman Show, would you tell me, or would you just keep going along with this podcast because that's what you gotta do because you're in my show?
Um, if so this is my way of thinking about it. If I were you, like, and I like had that same question, I would want you to tell me, so I would probably tell you.
Yeah. But I think that you would think about it differently, right? Because like you would always know, like from the first time you met me, you would know that I'm Truman or whatever,
Truman,
right?
right?
And they'd probably pay you pretty well.
Yeah, but get this, dude.
And you would
Crazy.
probably be like, they would probably be like, all right, like as long as you're friends with him, like your main goal, if you were in, my
I'm one of the
version
main
Truman
characters,
Show,
dude.
you are, but you weren't always. So it's like,
Right.
you found
I'm
out
like
that I was going to Coastal, and you're like, I'm gonna go to Coastal, and then we were random roommates, and then they're like, hell yeah, like thank you, whatever fucking God I believe in for lining me up with this dude.
season 19 of the Kenny Show is when I
Kid
come
never
in.
played soccer before. He's like, I'm trying out for the team with you.
Oh, dude, but hear me out. Like, I would probably get like if this was the Kenny Show and I was playing Johnny as like your best friend, I would get to like whatever season we're in now, and I'd be like, all right, this motherfucker's my best friend. Like, I gotta tell him, but I'm gonna make it play out like in a crazy way so that it's like a great story and our ratings go through the roof and we can get a bunch of money before we get out of there,
Facts.
right? So
Yeah.
I'm hitting both the highs there, dude. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Kenny and let him know so he can go live a free life and not be like this fucking muppet.
What if Lex told me first?
Hmm.
She wouldn't. She would be like, no, she would actually.
I don't know. Yeah, Lex definitely would.
She definitely would.
Yeah, Lex would tell you after like 3 months of being with you.
Yeah. She'd be like, oh, by the way, your whole life is
Not
on
real.
TV. We all know you.
We're all
think it's
paid
real.
actors.
You think it's real, but it's not.
Yeah, dude. That's got to be kind of like a cool job to have. Like, all right, you're like an extra in this guy's life, but it's not real.
We need 8 billion of them.
No, it's just in one town. He never leaves his like hometown or his city.
Really?
Yeah.
Why
It's
doesn't he
actually a
leave?
really good movie. We watched it, and because he started to suspect, like, he just kind of hit that age where he was like, I want to go on a vacation or whatever. And like he figures out like every day he tries to plan for a vacation, like something goes wrong and he can't, like, he's like, what the fuck? And then he starts to like recognize things like in everyday life with people around him, and he just starts to like put two and two together. And then I think he like falls in love with this girl on the show, and she ends up like being on his side and like trying to help him escape and stuff. And at the end, he gets on a boat and sails out into the ocean and then just hits a wall. and then he climbs up the stairs to this wall and opens the door. And once he opens the door, it's just like a bunch of people like in a studio, like recording like every angle and every camera and stuff like that. Super trippy, dude.
Thanks
We
for
watched it
ruining
in
it.
like 8th grade English. Like that was the first time
Really?
I had heard of it, and we watched it, and I was just like, "Whoa, that was cool."
Yeah, I would like to watch that because I've obviously heard about it. Like I know the general plot.
Yeah,
And like it sounds pretty dope.
yeah. It's like I think it's from like I don't know when it came out exactly, but I think it's from the '90s. But it's like early Jim Carrey. I think it's Jim Carrey, right?
I don't know, dude. Yep, Jim Carrey was the main dude.
Jim Carrey. Or I just lagged for like 10 seconds, and then all I heard is I don't know. Yep, Jim Carrey's main character.
Yep, you heard it here first. Um, what you been up to, dude? Anything exciting going on in your life?
What do we, dude, Maggie and I last weekend just had a super chill weekend. Like just hung out together and pretty much didn't do anything like crazy, but we went to TJ Maxx and got a bunch of Halloween season
Oh
decorations for
yeah,
the
yeah.
place. Obviously watched football pretty much all day Sunday. We went mini golfing Wednesday night, which was fun, but like we played 18 holes and we finished it in like 20 minutes. It was wild.
Really?
There's nobody there, bro. There was like two or three other groups there, but we were
Yeah.
flying through it. Um, and then last night after work, I went over to the golf course and played nine, and Maggie met me there and drove around with me. It was dope. We played with like two older guys, and then I think it was one of the guys' sons, and they were doing like I think it was part of their like Special Olympics golf thing. I don't know. He was telling me that they have like a Special Olympics golf team and they play like um what's the type of play where it's like every other shot you take?
Best
Stroke
ball.
not bet no, it's like they play the same ball, but like he'll hit the driver and then his son will hit the next shot and they'll just like switch every
I don't know.
yeah, but that's how they were playing. We got out there at like 5, so we only had time to play 9, but it was fun, dude. I shot a 44, which was dope. I tripled the first hole, and then every other hole was either par or bogey. I had Maggie keeping score because we didn't get a scorecard. So,
Hmm. Yeah,
but
that's not bad, dude. 44 on 9. Take that all day.
yeah, dude, that's breaking 90 if I copied like that for the back nine, which I probably wouldn't
Never
have done
do.
because I always get to like 14 or 15 and then I'll like triple a hole and be like, all right, I just need to hold on. And then it just goes downhill from there, dude.
Yeah, I just suck at golf, so that's my problem.
And dude, the best part last night was out of the 9 holes I played, I hit 2 greens in regulation. One was a par three and one was like the last hole. But like all my misses were not like bad misses. Like
Yeah,
I still had good looks and my irons were on fire, dude.
I would love some greens in regulation. That sounds nice.
Or not greens, fairways, I meant. One
Oh,
of them was a
oh,
par
oh.
three, so I was like obviously on a par three, it's a green in regulation. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I would like
I
if I
was
could just stay on the fairways, dude. I told Lexus, I was like, look, all right, I'll give up soccer, but I'm gonna get nasty at golf, and
yeah,
I'm gonna dedicate some time to it.
yeah.
So I think that once I get, once I'm healthy and I can do shit again, I'm gonna get back to working out, and I'm gonna try to golf or like even just like go like practice for an hour or two,
Yeah,
like
you don't have
just
to play like 18 holes every time you want to golf, but it's just fun
nah,
to get out there and swing.
yeah, and maybe just like hit the range, like work on some stuff, and then like work on some putting and stuff, and work on like some chipping and shit like that, and just try to like not suck dicks. Cause like
Yeah.
if I could get my swing down, like I got my swing's not very good, my tempo's all out of whack. But if I could get like a good consistent swing, I would be so happy with that.
Yeah, dude. I feel like that's where I'm like finally starting to get with my game where my swing is pretty consistent for like 90% of the time, but it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna like hit the ball well every single time.
Well, yeah, but also like I've made like some changes like the way I putt and like just I take a lot more like time to have a routine for like every putt I do and every time I come up to like the tee box I'll have the same routine. And like once you get into like that same routine you do for almost every shot, like your concentration is just like that more like sharp. I don't know why, but like that
Yeah.
was one thing where I was golfing in Hershey a few weeks ago when I was home with Don and he was like he was taking lessons at the club or whatever. And one of the pieces of advice that he gave Don was just like have a routine and even if your swing isn't great, like just have that routine to like be consistent with and like you can build off of that like with your mechanics and stuff. And I was thinking about it. I was like, that makes a lot of sense, dude, because if I'm just like going up there and like I don't want to practice swing. Like I'm not actually thinking about my shot or like shaping my shot or even just like how I want to take the shot. I'm just kind of swinging. So like the routine makes you like, all right, like on my tee box or my drives, I'll like set up my ball, line up my driver, and then take a step back and just kind of look at the hole and be like, okay, like I know I usually have a slice, so I'm gonna aim for this bunker on the right, and then I'm just gonna have my normal swing instead of like stepping up to and just being like, oh, this is where I want how I want to play the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
helped so much, dude.
Yeah, I don't have much of a routine. Um, but like I'm constantly thinking about mechanics like before I swing, right? Like I'm just thinking about like keep it how I want to keep my hands like keeping my arm like my left arm like locked and then tucking my right elbow like on the swing, like keeping
Yeah,
my left arm like stiff on the backswing and then like keeping my right elbow like tucked in on the actual swing and just kind of like how I want to shift my weight through the swing and how I want to like finish. That's kind of where I'm at. But I don't take like practice swings and like obviously I look to see what the fuck's going on. But
right.
my drives need to get a lot better because I'm fucking dookie off the tee box.
Yeah, dude. That's the thing. Like, if I start thinking about mechanics like that, my whole shot just goes right out the window. So I just kind of like, I've started to be like, all right, I'm aiming for this with this much power. And then I'll just kind of like make sure I'm lined up towards the hole and just swing at the ball. Like, if I start thinking about like my grip or like, my club angle or something like that, I just like come up on my backswing and have these thoughts going through my head. And it just like distracts me from my entire swing.
Yeah, I get that too sometimes. But like for the most part, I'll be like very concentrated and like just kind of like focus on like what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get it both ways, especially when I'm smoking. Then I start to do bad, and then I start to think too much.
Yeah, dude. Like I'll get through like 9 holes or whatever, and I won't have like a beer. Like if I'm just golfing with the boys and I'm playing well, I'll just like, dude, if I like start to drink or smoke, I know my game's gonna go down, but like I'll still be having like fun. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like I just want to see how far I can go, and then like I'll get to the turn or whatever, and we'll go inside for a hot dog, and I'll just be like, all right, let's get some beers, and it's
Yep.
just the back nine.
Yep.
It's like,
Yeah. It's not bad. Like it's pretty easy to get through 9, no drinking or smoking, but it's tough
yeah,
to get through 18, no drinking or smoking.
yeah.
I get
Oh
a
yeah,
few holes
dude.
into the back 9 and I'm like, all right, I'm trying to smoke
Like
and
we
start
still got
cruising.
6 holes left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Like still got a lot of golf to go. I think I'm gonna get a little high and chill.
Yeah. And it also depends on like the vibe of the day. Like if it's like a boys golf outing, you know what I mean?
Oh
Like
yeah, for sure.
it's
If it's a boys
right.
all golf outing.
I
Um,
think that's why. So like the 2 times that or 3 times that Maggie's come with me to golf, I've played like great golf. And I think it's just because like I can just focus on my shot and like, not have to worry about like the group I'm playing with or like waiting for
yeah.
anybody. It's so weird how like the difference of like my like focus is when it's just like me or me and Maggie,
Yep.
which is annoying because I wish I could like translate that to like
I
group
wish I
golf
could
with
always
everyone.
play by myself,
Yeah, I've
except
and
for
that's
when
the
I'm playing with
thing,
the boys.
right? That's the thing that like when I go to the golf course in Wilmington, they never just like send a solo out. They always like, well, if there's like a three or two, like we'll send you out with them. So like I
Yeah.
always kind of have to play with people, especially it being like one of the only courses open to the public. But like going, dude, I've been there where you just like go out by yourself and get sent off as a solo, and you're just like laser focused for 18 holes because you have nothing else to think about.
Yeah, dude.
It's
That's
awesome.
why I would love to have a golf simulator because then I could just play full rounds in my house.
And get your swings off.
They have like a huge golf simulator bar at like in Center City in Philly. We went there, we did a work event there. I think we rented out like 3 or 4 bays and they're all golf simulators. And we were just like playing games, not like rounds of golf. We were just like playing like chipping games and stuff like that, like putting the target and whatnot. And then
That
there's
sounds
like
fun.
a full bar and like they have like all this food and shit. It was really dope. The place was really sick. And they probably have like 15 or more bays and they do like all day happy hour on Sunday where like a round of golf is less than usual. So I'm like, dude, I especially in the winter, like I kind of want to be doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. As well, yeah. I mean, Top Golf in the cold, I don't know why, but it's like so much fun, especially when you get like the heat vents going.
Yeah, I don't like Top Golf. I don't like their
It's not
clubs
worth it. It's
suck
not worth the
dicks.
price. Yeah, dude. And like I don't want to be the guy that brings my own clubs to Top Golf, you know what I mean?
No, no. And I don't like I don't know. But I could
Yeah, they're
definitely be down to get like a round of 18 and especially like December, January, February, like do a little golfing in the morning, like maybe just like go there at 8, play 9, right? Or maybe 18. If I'm by myself, maybe just play 18. I could probably get it done in not too long, especially if I'm
Right.
on a simulator. I don't have to go find my ball.
Yeah.
Um, and then like come home, fuck around with my fantasy shit, watch football all day.
Oh, dude, the fucking 18 holes on the simulator before NFL football, 1
Yeah,
p.m. That sounds like a day.
yeah,
Well, that's what we used to do in Myrtle when it was just me, Jake, and Dylan and Austin. Like we'd play 9 in like the middle of January at like 8 a.m. because obviously we couldn't get like 18 holes on real golf course by the time football started. But it was
yeah,
when Jake lived at the latitude where I used to live at. We'd go play 9 and then just like go to Walmart, get some beer and some food for football, and then hang out there and watch football all day. It was awesome.
yeah, dude. That sounds dope. I gotta find the name of this place and see if I can do it. Oh, Five Iron Golf. That's what it was called. They have a couple of them. They have multiple, so that's good.
There's a baseball one around here that like kind of just has those things where it like pops a ball up, you know what I mean? But it has a
Yeah, yeah.
screen. So it'll pop the ball up and you hit it into the screen and it's like a baseball simulator. It's like
That's
that looks
pretty
kind of
dope.
fun. Yeah. What was the thing you sent me on Twitter you said you wanted to talk about on here? Oh,
Um,
it says if you could have an apartment in 2 cities in the US, which ones would you do?
yeah, which ones would you choose? I actually tweeted what I would do.
Um, Probably New York, definitely. Like just for the fact that it's the Yankees. Like I
Yeah.
can go watch Yankees whenever I want. And then either San Diego or Denver.
Yeah, I said like for me, like Denver, so easy. Like never been, but like so easy because it's like cool city, but also I can snowboard like a lot.
Right,
Like
right.
there's it's always good snowboarding there, but also like the city's cool. So like that's where I would want one for sure. And then the second one I thought was really tough. I was like Philly, obviously I got all my sports teams here,
Yeah.
right? But like Philly's fine, but then I was thinking like Arizona, like Phoenix, or like Austin. San Diego's good. I didn't think of San Diego, but that's probably like a really good one.
Because
Like,
I don't want to be like, oh, New York and LA. And also I feel like I don't know, LA would get old after like a year of living there just with
yeah,
the
and it's
traffic
straight
bullshit
bread.
and all
And
that.
that's why I was thinking Austin, because like you could like get away to a lake, I'm sure, like have like a lake day, which is like, same thing as like a beach day. Like, there's water and shit there. But there's also like city and nightlife and like a bunch of kids are moving there. You know what I mean? So it might be a lot of
Right.
fun. And it'll be cheap. Not paying no Cali prices.
Yeah, no shot. No shot. California, like I would only move to California right now if I could find like an affordable place in San Diego. I wouldn't move to like LA or San Francisco or anything like that. Just doesn't seem worth it to me.
Yeah. I'd move to Santa Barbara. Um,
Yeah, that's like right. That's like pretty close to Hollywood, right?
nah. Santa Barbara's like an hour and a half or 2 hours from LA.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
Um,
was thinking of Santa Monica.
yeah, Santa Monica's in LA. That's where Peter lives. But Santa Barbara's dope. It's like a little just like a little beach town. They
Love
have
that.
like one main strip that reminded me of like Main Street at like in like a small town, and there were just like mad shops and stuff on both sides. But it was dope. I would
Dude,
definitely live
you
there.
we need to so Maggie and I think this weekend are gonna start planning like our Denver like days.
Yeah,
Um But dude, you're gonna literally fall in love with Denver. Like they have the city, the mountains for snowboarding and all that shit, and then like around Denver, like 40-minute drives, 30-minute drives are these little towns like that, like not beach towns, but like little just like it looks like history, like towns like 60 years ago were just dropped
yeah,
there. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like it's just so cool to be like in this little like local like mountain town almost. Like the one we were in the last time we were there, it reminded me of like I mean, obviously it's on a mountain, so they probably have snowboarding and shit there, but it was literally just like a little mountain town in the side of a mountain with like a school and like a small, like close knit community with a bunch of shops and stuff like that. It was so fucking cool, dude.
that's dope.
It was like, it gave me like real, almost like 70s or 80s vibe. Like everything's modern, but also
Yeah,
like not really.
I think when we go down, we're gonna go there Friday night. We'll get there like late Friday, like 9:30 p.m. And then we'll do whatever Saturday, have the concert, and then Sunday bar hopping and watching football. I think would be a good time.
Oh, yep, I agree.
Um, and then you guys are leaving Monday.
Yeah, so we have a flight, I think that's out of Wilmington that arrives in Denver at 9 a.m. that time. So I think we're gonna fly in early Sunday morning, have the
Saturday
concert.
morning.
Yeah. Saturday morning, have the concert, have Sunday, and then leave Monday because she has that Monday off, and I can take the Monday off too.
Oh, right. Because it's Columbus Day or something.
Yeah,
No,
I
Columbus
think.
Day already
Or
happened.
no, she has. I think it's just like she has like a teacher day or something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know,
Yeah. Like no
but
kids or whatever.
that's our plan so far,
Yeah, that'll be dope. I don't know what Lex and I are gonna do Monday, but I think we're gonna come back on Tuesday and then do yard
dude.
work for fucking 3 days. And I think we're gonna take that
Monday,
whole week off.
Monday, you guys should just explore Denver. Like, there's the art district that's pretty fucking dope. Like, find some dope restaurants. Oh, you gotta go. Maybe we'll go like when we're still there. Denver Biscuit Company is like our favorite fucking spot, and it's the best breakfast food I've ever had. They're like all
Really,
biscuit sandwiches. It wasn't even really breakfast food, but I got like a buffalo fried chicken sandwich on a biscuit, like these really creamy biscuits that are just nice and fluffy, and then like they have mimosas, and it's like a pizzeria by night, but it's so good, dude.
yeah, we could do that Sunday morning.
Yeah.
That'd be fire flames.
I wish we had, dude. I wish we could stay for an extra day so we could go for like a hike or something.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
That
say.
that would be cool. I don't know. I'll talk to Magoo and see what her thoughts are.
She's gonna say, my thoughts are I need to work, so
Yeah,
we need to go. We need to go home.
yeah, probably. I don't know. I still have some PTO to burn, so
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too.
because it's gonna reset end of year, and I don't need to take PTO like when I go home for Christmas because I can just work from home from there.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I would do. I'm definitely gonna be running out of PTO, and like I was gonna use some yesterday and some today, but I didn't because they ended up like putting our trainings on that day, so I was in trainings all day. I was like, all right, I'm not using any PTO. I'm just gonna
Hang out and
charge
watch
my
these
time for these
trainings.
trainings. Yeah. Um, but if I like am ever gonna lose days, because I can roll over 120 hours, but if I'm ever gonna lose hours, then I'll just like like I'll take off like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before Thanksgiving, or
Right.
like maybe some extra days before Christmas Eve, just to like so I don't lose that time.
Well, it's nice too if you do it like before like a holiday like that. Like when you came down, like I didn't even have to take PTO Monday because it was Labor Day,
Exactly.
obviously, and it was the perfect like reset day, get ready for like to go
Yeah, it
back to work
was.
and stuff.
Yeah, it was.
You guys got home early too, didn't you? Get home at like 11 o'clock, like in the morning or something like that, or noon? Because you guys left here at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I think so. We did have like half of the day. Yeah, I think we got home before noon, which is wild.
Yeah, that's like crazy nice time, dude.
Um, we're about to run out of time on here, but that's fine. We'll just do a different one for the sports, John.
Yeah, you want to bullshit for another 5 minutes and then
Yeah.
hop over?
I think uh I think I'm gonna get a new TV for upstairs. Lex said we're gonna mount one on the wall and we're gonna have double TVs in there, and she's like, yeah, I'm down to just have two TVs in here
Ooh,
literally all the time. And I'm like,
dude.
yo, hell
Oh my
fucking
god,
yeah.
that is like top tier Lex. Good shit on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's nice,
And I
dude.
think I'm gonna just cave and get Sling because I can get Sling plus and for $35 plus the $11 sport package, $46 a month, and I can get Red Zone. But that's so much for Red Zone.
Is that just for Red Zone or do you get like other sports packages with that?
No, you get like hella sports channels with it, but that's like the main reason.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, the janky streaming for Red Zone is killing my vibe already. And we're
Yeah, dude, we were watching the game last week and it
last
was
night.
bad.
Oh,
Last week, it was bad, dude. Like the red zone stream was actually really good. Didn't skip at all. It was beautiful.
the
But
Birds game was
the
bad.
Birds game was so bad, dude. It was terrible. And Lex was like, "This is horrendous," and she got like a free trial to Fubo, but it's only 7 days. But that also had red zone. But
I
it's just
think
so much easier.
I think it's yeah, but I think it was because it was week one and the servers were probably so overflooded with people trying to stream the games and shit. Because I noticed like the Thursday night game this week last night. I didn't realize it was on Twitch for free, first of all. So I sat there and watched the whole game, like going through this laggy bullshit.
Why didn't you just
But
watch it on Amazon?
was it free on Amazon?
Do you have an Amazon Prime account?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you just have to download the Amazon Prime Video.
Are they doing every Thursday night football?
Amazon has a bunch of them now, I think. But they
Oh
seem to
damn,
switch up because Amazon had some of them last year too, but they switch up with like NBC
dude.
gets some and shit like
This
that.
is what I fucking hate is how you need like a subscription to watch like half. Oh, you can watch these games for NFL. It's
I
so
don't mind
dumb,
it
dude.
for Amazon because it's like whatever. I
I mean,
already
who
have an
doesn't have an
Amazon
Amazon?
account,
Right. Yeah.
so whatever. But yeah, I want ESPN to buy the rights to the Premier League so bad because they
Yeah.
already
That would
have
be
the
very
MLS, they
smart.
have La Liga, they have Bundesliga. And I already have ESPN Plus, right? So I'm like,
Right.
dude, just
Right.
get the Premier League so I don't have to get fucking Paramount Plus.
Yeah. Paramount Plus is nice for Champions League though, because it's
Or
like they
it's
have
not
every.
Paramount Plus, it's Peacock.
Oh yeah, that's true. But Paramount Plus is the tits. I will say that it's only $5 a month, and you get like all Champions League soccer, and then like all the classic like cartoons that they have on there is so good, dude.
I didn't even know that I was signed into your Paramount Plus account until Cassandra went to sign into our cousin-in-law's yesterday because she watched Ben when we were at the wedding. And she's like, "Oh, you're already signed in here on somebody." She's like, "Who's this John?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's Johnny."
Yeah, dude, that's how fucking. That's how I like the other day I was in a meeting, but like Real Madrid was playing in their Champions League game, so I just like pulled up the video of that, or it was like a training, so I didn't really even have to pay attention, but like I pulled it up and just like turned the volume down and had the game playing like while I was doing this training. It was nice.
Yeah, dude.
They have some good cartoons on there too,
What do they got?
like SpongeBob. I think they have like classic Nickelodeon cartoons on there.
Do they have Rocket Power?
I think they might. They
They
have some
might.
really. They might. They have some good classics down there.
I think I'm gonna have to check it out for sure. For sure.
What did you think of the new Rick and Morty episode?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, the like how it was like a simulation kind of.
Yeah, yeah. I just remember watching and being like, because you said it was all right, so I didn't have like very high expectations, but I thought it was solid. I liked it.
Yeah, I think the first episode like just like
Set the bar too high.
set the bar so high, dude. And I went back and watched the second episode yesterday, and I was like, oh, this is actually like a really solid episode. Like, I think I
Yeah,
just understood a lot more of what was going on, and that's what I'm saying. Like with Rick and Morty, dude, you got to watch it more than once to really get like the full effect.
yeah.
Um, but I went back and I watched the first episode, and I've come to the conclusion that my favorite scene in that episode is when Jerry, like the original Jerry, leaves the notes for Morty to read while he escapes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he was like, he gets to the second note or whatever, and he like gets pulled up in that trap. He goes like, Morty wrote this note fast because I knew you'd be
Wrote
trying to
fast,
follow
like
me.
wrote fast, had no time.
Wrote
Like,
fast, had no time. Plus, you
thought you'd
didn't
have
any
cooler
good
shit. Uh,
Dude, I saw that the other night and I was just like, oh, that's fucking, that got me good. That was a good fucking scene.
there was something else. I think I texted you about it after I like rewatched it the other day, and but I can't remember what it was now. This
It
brain.
wasn't, it's dude, it's Parmesan.
No, it's something else. I don't
But
know. It'll come to me. I'll find it later. I'll text you about it.
yeah, looks like we're about to get kicked off this moth. So should we wrap it up?
Hell yeah. Sorry about this. We got kicked off Riverside. I guess they want us to pay again. So we decided to go back to Zoom for a hot minute because this shit's bread low key. Now we only got 40 minutes, but yeah, I guess maybe we'll go back to 2 episodes now. 2 40-minute episodes.
2 40-minute episodes. I don't know. I think we should look into that other software that you sent. I was like Caster or something like
Cast.
that.
Yeah, but no
Cast.
video.
That oh yeah, that's true. Fuck. We'll find something. We'll get back to it. But once you guys start Venmoing us for this entertainment, then we'll be able to get
Exactly.
back on Riverside. But
Exactly.
also fuck Riverside at the same time.
And until then, go watch the other episode. That's what I wanted to say. We got to